and thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, just a couple of quick reminders. Donna Gray and myself have the craft party going on. That'll be Saturday, the 21st. That is a Facebook group that you can join. And even if you're not on Facebook, we are going to upload the videos that we do to YouTube. So you can still join. Donna's going to do 3 lives. I'll do 3 lives. And it is a Facebook group. We're going to be doing some door prizes, some fun stuff. So definitely check that out. Also, Donna Gray and myself have the Fun Fold Club. And for this month, January, it is with the sweet Fancy Flora. So let me explain both of those things. If you're in Australia, you would sign up through Donna. If you're in the U.S., you would sign up through me. Now, you can join if you're not in Australia or the U.S. You can contact me, and I will tell you how you can do that. You won't get any products, but you will be able to partake in the fun. Also, don't forget to check out the new and improved Stampersdelightshop.com. We have some new items, including the I'm working on my PhD, projects half done. I know we can all relate to that. Also, I have announced my February online class and sampler class, and that is going to be with the Dainty Delights. All the links will be below. So check them out and definitely sign up by the registration dates, okay? Now, I do have a mini retreat going on, and that is with the Fragrant flowers. There was an issue with the link, I believe, so I've updated that. I've also added a few extra days to sign up, so you do need to sign up by January 15th for that. And with this retreat, you're going to get the flavored flowers, I think it's called. You're going to get a whole pack of the designer series paper. You're going to get the ribbon. You're going to get the bundle. You're going to get the flat pearls. And you're also going to get your choice of a celebration item. The paper is already included in that, so you can pick something else out. And right now, with all my online classes and the retreat, I am doing a mystery prize too. So you're going to get an extra gift. So definitely sign up for those online items that I have going on, okay? Now, because I'm doing the Fragrant flowers, I thought I would show you that bundle and a couple of projects with that, which are not going to be the ones that you're going to get. We're going to do some other ones. So let me flip the camera and show you right here. I have the Dainty Flowers, and this is for the online class for February. So you can sign up for that, and you would get the gems, this ribbon, the fresh freesia, a half a pack of this designer series paper, and of course you can add on the bundle. So I had that out to take a picture, so let me just move this out of the way. This is my host code for January if you'd like to place an order with me. If you don't have a catalog and you need one, definitely contact me and I can get you out one, okay? So let's take a look at the Fragrant flowers. So here is the stamp set and these beautiful dies. And I always love when any dies come with some kind of sentiment die, which this one does. Now, I don't have the stamps in here because they're already on the side here, which I'm going to be showing you. And let me see. I got the paper here. This is the beautiful paper. Okay, so definitely sign up for my retreat, my mini retreat. I think you'll like that. That'll go out by February 1st. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at some samples first. So one of the samples I did with this, and I paired it up with the new shimmer paper, which of course is fresh freesia. And this is the Blackberry Bliss cardstock. And here I colored those flat pearls, which you can color them with blends. So I have Friend, I Didn't Forget Your Birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. Now that stamp set sentiment comes from the Something Fancy, which I did show that in one of my other videos. So you definitely want to go to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel and find that video on there. I did several cards using these beautiful dies. And you also want to follow me on Facebook so you know when I am live or when I upload another video. So that was one. And also still shots will be on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. So let me show you another one that I did. Now this one, I actually used just scrap pieces of this beautiful designer series paper that I had left over. And if you look here, you can see the Fresh Freesia shimmer paper, and you can see how it's embossed. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is actually this die right here. So this die doesn't cut things out, it just embosses it. And look how gorgeous that looks. So that was another card I did. And of course I left it blank because it's a thank you card and I'm not sure what I want to put in there yet. And of course I did the envelope with that beautiful flower. So now I'm going to show you a couple of cards. And we're going to actually stamp and do some cutting. Now for this card, you're going to need a couple of things. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardstock. Excuse me. Every time I get talking, I get a catch in my throat. So this piece is 5.5 by 11. And we're going to score that. So let's just take a look here. Roll up my sleeves. All right. So this is 5.5. I'm going to swing out that arm on our paper trimmer. Love our paper trimmer. And make sure that's at 11, which it is. Let's move this out of the way here. Don't worry, the dimensions will also be on my blog. And I am going to score that at 1 3/4, 5.5, and 9 3/4. Okay. The beauty of this card is you can do it 2 different ways, and I'm going to show you that. So I am going to grab my bone folder, and I'm going to burnish this really well. We've already scored it. Okay, so I'm going to swing that this way. Just do it again. All right, so let's do this. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, I think I could flip it around. Let's just take a look here. If I could do that this way. I don't know if I could. Well, I'm going to show you a different way anyway. There we go. That's the way I wanted to do it. So I'm going to open it this way. All right, so again, there's that smaller piece. There's the larger one. So I'm going to fold it up this way. All right, and that's the way it's going to go. I'm going to put this piece right here. And I'm going to bring in some other pieces now. I have 2 pieces of this beautiful designer series paper. And those 2 are 3.5 by 5.5. I am going to grab my, I use the Stamp and Seal a lot. You can use whichever adhesives you want. I'm going to put that right here. So the first one's going to go right there. And again, the dimensions will be on my blog. And also, don't forget to sign up for my free newsletter because that has the tutorial PDFs on there too. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Now, so this card, when you open it, would go like this. So what I'm going to do is this one's going to go right in here. Okay. That's going to go right inside there. And then what I'm going to do is the inside would be right here with the sentiment. I'm going to bring in some stamps right now. I'm going to do a little stamping. And I'm just going to use, let's see, which one do I want to use here? I think I'll just use this one right here. And let me grab my memento. So I'm going to grab my Memento, and I'm going to show you a little trick too with some of these. Let me also grab a piece of blotter paper, because I'm going to stamp off a little bit here. I'm going to show you a couple little tricks today. I'm going to use my black, because I'm going to use my blends. Go with that. Probably going to do it this way. And I'm going to grab my darker colors. This is Dark Blackberry Bliss, and I need to find the light one. Okay, so I usually start with the dark. I'm going to do a lot of dark here. I'm just going to add this. I'm doing this real quick. Normally I would take maybe a little bit more time, but I want that dark. Just going to add some color in here. Okay, I'm going to take that lighter one. I'm going to blend that up. Blackberry Bliss is a dark color, which is gorgeous on its own. Trust me. So let's just color that up. Blend that up. Again, we're just adding some color here. So quiet. All right, so now when you look at that, you can see that it's pretty dark. Maybe you don't want it that dark. Maybe you want it a little bit lighter. So this is our color lifter. Now the color lifter is great if you make a mistake. Like right here, I got a little bit I don't want. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to just put some color lifter there. And it does take that color out. It takes a few minutes, but you can see the color is disappearing. Well, guess what else you can do with that? You can actually take your color lifter and use it right inside your flower here to take some of that darkness out. Now, look, you see that it's starting to lighten up. Can you see that right around here? So that is another way that you can use your color lifter. If something is too dark, and sometimes the darker colors, they do get a little too dark for me. They look gorgeous, but sometimes you want to just lift a little color out. So don't just think of that for mistakes, okay? I'm going to leave this blank because that's going to be where I'm going to write my message. I'm going to put that right inside here, okay? And now I have some strips to do. So I have 2 strips that are 1 by 5 1/4. I have one that's 1 by 4 1/4. And I have another strip here that's 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. So let's start with the 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. That's actually going to go right here. So we're going to go ahead and glue that down. I'm going to add that right in here, just right there. Now I have these other 2 flowered versions, and they are 1 by 5 1/2. So one is going to go right here, and one is actually going to go on the inside. You can use either side that you want. I really love this flower, so I'm using the flowered side. So that's going to go there. And this one's going to go here. Don't forget to share my videos. Tell all your friends to watch me and subscribe. So that's how I'm going to do it. But I could also change that up if I wanted to use this one. What do you think? Maybe I do like that better. I'll go with that side. Just play around with your designer series paper until you see how you want this to go. Now remember, this is my retreat. My mini online retreat is with this bundle and paper. So I'm going to go ahead, and if you have a little bit of a hang off there, because sometimes, you know, well, sometimes I don't cut too perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to add that one right here. Look at that. Beautiful card started. Okay, I can even add some Wink Stella in here once that's all done. Oop, I forgot to do my green, didn't I? Okay, let's just put some Wink Stella in here first. And then I'm just going to grab my light soft succulent. I don't want the dark one. And I'm just going to color this in. Okay. You could go ahead and do the light and dark, but there's not a lot. And I would do this before I lay it down, but I just forgot. Okay, there we go. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that back up. Remember, all this will be on my blog, so you don't have to worry about that. I've got a strip here, and this strip is 1 inch by, I believe it's 11. Did I write that down on there? I might not have. Well, let's just check it out. I'm pretty sure it was the whole 11 inches. It sure was. Okay. And I'm just going to close up my black ink here before I get it all over me. Now, you can score this, but I like to wrap it around my card first because I want to make sure that it's movable, okay? And sometimes when I score it, I don't quite get it. So you want to make sure that's movable. Once I see that it is, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my Stamp and Seal. Stamp and Seal Plus would work. Your tear tape would work too. You want something that's really heavy duty because you're going to be moving that a lot. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Now that's what this other piece is for. And I'm going to flip it over. I'm actually going to use that side. And this was the one that was the 1 by 4 1/4. So I'm hiding where I did the belly band. I'm going to put that right there. Make sure I got it over far enough. Okay. And now I'm going to decorate it. So let's see what I have to decorate here. I have one of those beautiful, the whole flower. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have that right on there. So let me just color some of this in. And what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to use the, I think I'm going to go with the Fresh Freesia this time. So let's do the dark. And I'm going to add a lot of dark here. You can see I'm just going around these lines. I don't spend a lot of time on coloring. And with the blends, you really don't have to. Okay. And again, this is Fresh Freesia. I'm going to take the light Fresh Freesia. I'm going to blend that up. I'm just going to take this, I think I'll take the dark one. And now I'm going to switch to the light Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to add that one right there. I'm not using the dark because the dark is going to be too dark. I'm just going to add some of that. Now I'm going to grab the coral, my Calypso coral. I'm going to do the same thing with this flower. Now remember, on the retreat, these are not the cards you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing 8 other cards. So really you're getting more ideas for this. I would probably spend more time if I wasn't doing the recording of the video here. I might spend more time coloring, but again, with the blends, they're so forgiving. You don't have to spend a lot of time. Just get some dark in there. Okay, and you can always go back in with the dark. Again, this is Calypso Coral. I'm going to blend that up. So I'm using the paintbrush side on here because I have a large image. Then I'm going to switch over to the bullet end, or nubby end as I like to call it, and blend those edges up. Now if you see that you want to add a little more dark color, you can. But I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to take my soft succulent. I'm going to start with the dark. Oh, let's see, I got dark. Do I have my dark? Oh, there it is over here. I knew it was here somewhere. Okay, so I got my dark soft succulent. And I'm just going to go in here like this and grab some of that dark color for the veins of the leaves. Another way is you can outline it. That's what I do a lot of times. This one I am not. So you can color it any way you like. And go in with the light. Thank you to all of you who joined my paper share. They all went out. You should be getting those. If any questions, give me a holler. I like to get those out as soon as the catalog goes live, so you have the papers to play with. Okay, so we're going to go in here. Blend that up. And just keep going around that dark edge so you can get rid of those harsh lines. Okay, I'm going to go back with the dark here. Just do this one dark. And then I'm going to just add some dark here, just so it shows up. Sometimes when it's real small, all I do is dot. I just put a bunch of dots on there. See what I'm doing? How I'm just dotting it? If the area is really small, you can get away with doing that. Okay, I think I have all of it. Again, I'm going to go in with my Winkostella. This one might need... Now, if your Winkostella is not coming out, you just want to squeeze this gently until it starts coming out again. And just add some Winkostella. Did you notice that when you do add Winkostella, it makes the colors even more vibrant? Okay, we're going to go with that and that. Okay. I'm going to place that right on the front here. And I am going to lay that down flat. So I'm just going to add a couple of lines of this. I'm going to add that right there. Now, this is the die that cuts out the die for the sentiment. I showed you that earlier. I've already cut a few of these out. We're going to stamp that. And I am going to stamp that with thanks. The thank you card. There we go. that is actually going to go right here. So I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to grab some of my dimensionals. And for these, I'm going to grab the larger dimensionals. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. And just add some of those right on here. There we go. Okay. I'm going to grab some of that beautiful Evening Evergreen ribbon. Now remember, you're going to get this ribbon, the designer series paper, the bundle, and the gems, plus a mystery gift, and 8 projects to do with a video tutorial, step by step, and still shots for my mini retreat. Let me grab these. Anybody else love their ribbon scissors? I wish Stampin' Up! Would bring them back. Stampin' Up!, are you listening? Okay. So a lot of you enjoyed the video with my daughter-in-law and I. She had so much fun doing that, and so did I. They are safely back in California. And I'm just going to grab, see which side I like of my bow. This one's going to do. I'm going to add some of that. Just going to add that right on there. Then I'm going to grab those flat. Let's see, do I have one open? Thought I did. There it is. Okay, these are the flat pearls. You're also going to get those with the retreat. And then I'm just going to add some, like I always, you know me, I like to put one here. These are really like an iridescence, but you can color them. And I'm going to put one right there. I'm going to bring in my, look at that. And see this, there's the belly band, and then you open it up. And you can see where you can, how light that is now inside there and inside there. Let me bring it up a little closer so you can see that I took some of that color off. Just a little fun technique for you. I'm going to put this back on, slide that back on. I grab my envelope. I am going to take that flower, and I'm just going to ink that up, do my envelope. The flower alone, look at that, how beautiful it is. So there's my first card. Now let me show you the same card, different colors and a different way. Look at this. Same card, but you see I folded it the opposite way, and that's what I was doing before. So now this one opens up this way. And here again, you can see I used that color lifter. I didn't put any Wink of Stella on that one. And I also used the color lifter in here to give it a little bit of a lighter effect. So this one opens, I think I showed you, this one opens this way, and the other one opens the other way. So you can get 2 different looks from the same fun fold. Okay. All right, so let's move these again. Still shots. Be on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. Let's do one more. And I am going to bring in a couple of other things here now. Let me move all this out of the way. All right, so for this one, I'm bringing in a piece of the Blackberry Bliss. And I did this tent fold. I'm going to fold this in half. Okay, and now I have another piece of Blackberry Bliss. And this piece is 4 by 5 1/4, so it's just a little bit smaller. What I'm going to do with this one is I am going to bring in that new cane weaved embossing folder. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to take my Whisper White craft pad. Mine probably needs to be re-inked, but it'll work. And I'm just going all the way around it and putting some color. So I'm twisting it so I can get some color in here. You can do this with any of your embossing folders with any color. I am now going to lay that right inside here. I am going to close that up. I'm going to bring in my embossing machine. close that up. Oh, that's right. I got the new boho blue embossing machine. Not that plate. I need the other plate. I'm going to open that up too so I can show you that when we're done. It's going to be a fun day today. Okay, so I am just going to wheel that right through. And look at that. How beautiful does that look? So that I am going to glue right on top here. And I'm actually going to put dimensionals on this. So this is where I like to use these long pieces or corner pieces. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to pull that piece off. Whoop. And I'm going to lay that right here. Or you could just put 4 of them in the corner there. But I like to use my edges too, especially for something like this. I'm going to grab that edge. I'm going to lay this one right down here. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. All right, now the difference, or I shouldn't say the difference, the other thing with this print, let me find this one, right here, you can cut out just about every single one of these flowers with the dies. So let me just show you. So you have the one large die, and that is, and sometimes I have to play around, that one's going to fit right there. Then you have this smaller die that cuts that out. And the ones that are cut off here on the edges, you definitely want to fussy cut those. This one I would still cut. I just would have half of it, or fussy cut it, because you can use every flower that's on here. Let's move that out of the way. And I'm going to bring in some flowers here that I've done that with already. So here's one, and here's a bunch of other ones that I cut out with the die, and some I fussy cut. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this one right here. Here's one that got cut off, but guess what? I can slide that right in here and use it. So you don't even see that right there. Don't worry about that, because we are going to grab another flower and put it right there. So there I have flowers that are half cut off, but still usable. Before I do that, I'm going to take this beautiful mesh ribbon, which I absolutely love. I am just going to lay that. I want it very subtle. So I'm just going to lay that in the background. And what I'm going to do is just put a little glue there. And I'm just going to, because I'm going to trim this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that right about there. Okay, and I'm actually going to trim this off here, up the side of my card. You see what I'm doing? And right here. So it actually goes all the way to my card, but I'm making it fit the card. So up here, I'm going to trim it off there. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and put this one down first. And here I'm going to be using dimensionals. So I'm going to be using these dimensionals that were left. I'm going to go ahead. Don't worry about the ribbon, because that's going to lay flat when I'm done. So I'm going to put that right here. There we go. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to hide part of that right about there. So let's grab some more of these dimensionals. Okay, put 4 on there. I'm going to line that right up. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. I just want a little bit of that ribbon showing. And then I'm going to grab this flower. right there. I'm going to add some dimensionals to that so that one pops up. Now you can also, which I think I might do, is grab my Stella again. I'm going to put that one right there. Now I've got the whole, look at, isn't that beautiful? And this can stay like that. You don't have to lay that down. And if you don't like it like that, of course you can trim it to however you want. But I absolutely love this ribbon. I'm going to grab that Stella, and you can also add Stella to these flowers. Look at that. And make them pop out even more. It does give it a more vibrant look, I think. Don't worry about Stella, is so forgiving. You can just swirl it all over. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to get a little piece somewhere. I should have, let me see if I cut one out. I don't think I did. Oh, maybe I did. I have my little tray here. So these trays right here, they're the top of for our ink pads. I have a couple extras, and I use these to keep my pieces in when I'm working with a certain set. So let's see. I thought I cut out one of the smaller pieces. I'm just looking to see if I did that. Thought I cut out a smaller one. Let me see. Maybe it's inside here. There it is. Okay. So I did cut one of those small ones out. I'm going to use that. And I am going to grab the little stamp that says love. I would normally stamp it first, but since I already had that cut out, we're just going to use that one. And I'm going to grab that. And this one I'm going to need a mini dimensional. Let's put a mini here and a mini here. Okay, and I'm just going to put that, whoop, not upside down. I'm just going to put that right there. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. Now I'm going to grab those gems again, and I'm going to add those. And if you want to see how they're colored, let me just show you. I'll color a few of those in. I'm using the dark. I would go with the darker color because it shows up better of my blends. So this is the dark Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to use a larger one here, maybe the other side. It just adds a little bit more color to it. We'll go with the third one. Okay. Give it a couple of seconds to dry, and then go ahead and add these to your card. Whoop. Well, I guess that one's staying there. Then I'm going to bring in the inside. That was a little crooked, wasn't it, that love? Well, I don't think anybody will mind. And I am going to grab this stamp. And let's see. I want my paper again for this one. I'm going to just grab that. And let's see, what sentiment? I'm going to just grab another sentiment from, since it says love, let's grab one of these from the Something Fancy. It says love, so how about nothing fancy but love? I like that. And that is right here. So let's take that one off. And let's use one of these. I'm just going to switch the block. And we'll just put that on the inside. And there we have another card. Let me grab an envelope. For this one, again, these pieces will go back so I can use those again. And I'm just going to grab this little flower for here. And then I'm going to grab the large one that you just heard me banging around, this large one. We're going to ink that up. Okay, I'm going to take the whole lip here. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful stamp? And now we have a beautiful card. Quick, easy card. I love when you using the embossing folder with different colors. And let me show you the same card in black. So there's the same idea, but I used black. And of course it opens the other way. And this one I just used the little stamp that comes with it. Not sure what you call that, but... So again, here's two different cards, different colors, same idea. So that is the Fragrant Flowers. Now, hang on. So that is what I'm doing my mini retreat on. So you definitely want to sign up for that by January 15th. Here is, and I haven't opened it. I wanted to open this live, so let's go. Right now, there's 3 different ways to join Stampin' Up, the Stampin' Up community, and my team. And as a demonstrator, I got to order one of these, so I wanted to show it. Look at that. I haven't even opened it. This is the new mini embossing machine, which you can get with your new starter kit when you join Stampin' Up in my team. But wait till you see. You've seen the mini machines before because I already have them, but are you ready for the color of this one? Oh my gosh, look at this. Is that absolutely gorgeous or what? Oh my gosh, it is so cute. Look at the color. Oh my gosh, look at the color. Do you love it or what? This machine is a great machine for the smaller dies, the smaller embossing folders, and I'll tell you something else, it's great to travel. So this is the new Boho Blue, and you can get this by joining my team in Stampin' Up during celebration. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's video tutorial on the Fragrant Flowers, and I hope you'll join us on the mini retreat. Just click the link below for the mini retreat or my online classes. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow me. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment. And until next time, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.